Non-monogam. What? No. No. Non-monogamy. I met my wife's boyfriend. Short background. Male, 62, female, 63. Have been married just over 32 years. We dabbled in sexual things over the years. About 5 years ago, we talked about opening up. What'd I tell you people about opening Pandora's box? Our interest, hobbies, I guess, don't align, but we are supportive of each other. Bro, 32 years married, 32 years. That's almost as long as I've been alive. All right. Our interests, hobbies, I guess, don't align, but we are supportive of each other. In that time, we both found it difficult to explain to partners, fuck buddies? Is that fuck buddies? What's this WF? What does FWB mean? FWB slang. Friends with benefits. Okay, so one more time. We dabbled in sexual things over the years. About 5 years ago, we talked about opening it up. Our interests, hobbies, I guess, don't align, but we've been supportive of each other. In that time, we both found it difficult to explain to potential partners, friends with benefits. Okay, so who's the one who's not into the playing with Pandora's box and being polygamous? I've been seeing a married gal for a bit longer. My wife has met her. Oh, so probably he is. I've been seeing a married girl for a bit longer. My wife has met her and her husband. That felt weird, but was okay. My wife started seeing a younger guy, single guy, 40s, and they've been out a few times. I had met him once briefly. They share common interests, yet he came over last night to hang out. He's a lot like a younger me, but not. I actually like him, and I can see that having him around once in a while would be okay. We kinda clicked. Same sense of humor. My wife was anxious about the three of us hanging out. It was probably more uncomfortable at first for the two of them. I could tell they had relaxed when my wife leaned in for a kiss with him in the kitchen. I got one to... People are fucking... You people are sick, man. You people are sick. Yes, guys, they did go off for a while and played. Yeah, her engine was roaring, baby. Yes, guys, they did go off for a while and played. Their first time in our home, as far as I know. It was actually kind of hot, to be honest. He left about 1 a.m. This morning, it was great to see a beaming smile on my wife. We talked about the evening to make sure we were in a good place. Update. Thank you for all the unexpected positive comments. I really thought there'd be much more haters, but not one. Great changes in our relationship since that evening. Both of us are much more in tune and attentive to each other. No, the fuck you're not, dog. What? No. No, you're not. No, you're not. What? No. I love seeing her excited. Yo, bro. See, dog. All right. Okay. Guys. When is this acceptable in a relationship? I just want to know. Is it never? When would this be acceptable? If you're a firefighter, maybe? No, not even. I'm trying to think about when polygamy would even be, like when it would be something that would be kind of expected, right? When would polygamy be something that would be, what, if you're on the road all the time, like a wrestler or a pop star or some shit? When would this shit be acceptable? I think personally, never. That's just my humble opinion. I think it's never acceptable. And it always leads to something terrible. That's just my personal opinion. I think people who are into polygamous relationships are actually more I think people who are polygamous are just cowards. That's what I think it is. I'd rather not be in a serious relationship with anybody and just be fucking people, multiple people, and call it a day, than sitting there and holding somebody up, talking about we're in a relationship while getting pussy on the side from other people. Am I the only one who thinks like this? Yo, and yo, the funniest thing is this probably sounds good right now to this guy, and then he realizes that she's more and more attentive to like this younger guy who's just like him with the same sense of humor, who's willing to slam her whenever she wants with more energy. I guarantee it. That's how this shit always plays out. When two parties start this shit, most of the time that this happens, and I'm just gonna say, based on the experiences that have been brought in front of me, a lot of times it's the woman that will engage a guy into becoming polygamous, or somehow like gaslighting him or tricking him into polygamy. And what ends up happening a lot of times is the girl already had multiple people lined up, and the guy gets really, really jealous, or the guy ends up with some chick who actually is nice to him, who's actually playing by their rules, but the girl's no longer happy because she sees that the guy that she was with, that she pushed into the polygamous relationship, is actually enjoying it more than she is. And you already know, in the big 2025, a guy cannot be benefited in any type of way if it slights a woman. So in her case, even though she could be fucking multiple dudes, he could just perfect example of this. This is a throwback. Perfect example of this. Do you remember Commander Holly? And what was it? It was Commander Holly. It was another guy from the Game Grumps. What was his name? See, now I gotta pull this shit up. But there was a group on YouTube. And it was a girl who was married to this guy, and they were young, right? Young guys. And what ended up happening. All right, here we go. So I forgot. Oh, this shit is so confusing. Hold on, because I know I covered this a long time ago. It was okay. Let me see if I can get this right. Hold on. Let me pause this video so I can get this right. I don't want to be stuttering all the way. Hold on.
2,000 years later.
All right, Daddy's back from the store with cigarettes. I told you I'll be back, right? It took me a while. All right, so let me try to explain the whole deal with what I said before about this entire thing and how it always plays out. So the picture of this guy that you see right here, this is a man named Pro Jared. He, I believe during the 2019, 18, before that, big video game content creator, very well financially off, all of that good shit. Anyway, so that's Pro Jared. Pro Jared's wife right here, her name was Heidi or Farrow or whatever like that. I'm guessing that was his last name. I'm not exactly sure, but that's his wife right there. And the thing is, Pro Jared and Heidi were in an open relationship. And by open, I mean she had a long-term boyfriend, even though she was married to Jared, and she wanted him to explore his side so that he couldn't turn around and be like, yeah, this shit is only working for you. This is not really my thing. As they do, they will gaslight you into that type of shit. And then when you find out, you're sitting there in the cuck chair. So she told Pro Jared, that's this guy right here. That's this guy right here with the neck. That's the neck thing that we all do. Well, we used to do. She told him to go explore feelings for another individual named Holly. I forgot what her actual name is. I think it's Holly, but I don't know her last name, which is this woman. No, that's still his wife, which is this woman right here, Bird Lady, named Commander Holly. And if I'm gonna pull up something to summarize it so it's better. So basically, Holly and Jared went on a date where they walked and talked. And the thing is, Heidi, that's this woman right here, which is Pro Jared's wife, who also had a boyfriend and was getting dick down on the side, of course, who was super duper. Well, anyway, she told him to pursue trying to talk to this woman who was asexual, which is weird because, hold on, how is she asexual? Wait, hold up. Okay, anyway, so he told her to go and pursue this woman, but this girl didn't think anything was gonna happen. God damn it, this feels like high school drama. This girl his wife didn't think anything would happen, come of it, because Holly was asexual, which is also weird because Holly was with this guy. Which I'm so confused. Hold on. Hold on. What? I'm sorry, are you? This is what happens when you have too much money and you're white. I'm just kidding about the fucking. I'm just kidding about the too much money. Now let me stop. I'm just kidding about the white thing. I think all groups do this when you have too much money or when you don't really respect the value of relationships. So, real quick. So what ended up happening was this guy was told to pursue a relationship with this girl by his wife, and she did that because she said, she basically said that she supported it, but realistically, let's be real what it was. She did that because she thought that, he wasn't going to get anywhere with it. And so that in the end of the day, she would still be on top, right? Right? Because remember, when a guy is benefiting, it's bad. But what ended up happening is they walked and talked and the phone was off for much longer than it should have been. And she got upset about this because this girl apparently had feelings for this guy who was told to go for this girl by his wife, this girl. And this girl was dating or married to this guy. Are we still following? And the thing is, this girl decided she was going to ruin this guy's life because she felt betrayed. I can't make this shit up. She felt betrayed. She felt betrayed by him, even though she forced him into an open relationship in which she already had a long-term boyfriend. She's married to him, but she has multiple. It's probably him. It could be that guy. It could be any of us. It could have been all of us. It was all of us. It could have been the whole Chicago the Chicago Bulls team, the 98 Chicago Bulls team, for all you know. Right? So real quick to summarize, she tried to cancel this man's whole entire career. But Commander Holly came out, that's this girl. She came out and she said, Pro Jared and Heidi were in an open relationship, which is these two guys. And Heidi had a long-term boyfriend. That's this girl, which is this one. That's this girl, so that's the wife. Just real quick. Heidi encouraged Jared to explore his feelings for Holly. Go right here. Up to and including having sex with her. So yeah, shorty right here who promoted all of that bullshit wasn't down when the Pandora's box opened properly. And this is why you don't open Pandora's box, ladies and gents. Holly and Jared went on a date where they walked and talked. Holly realized she had feelings for Jared as well. But despite this, they didn't do anything physical the first time because there was pingas going on. At this point, Heidi became insanely jealous. That's the girl who promoted this entire stupid shit. Became increasingly insanely jealous and demanded Jared break it off. She then became increasingly controlling. Imagine that. You mean to tell me in a polygamous relationship, one group is going to become controlling? One party will become controlling of the other? Yeah, sounds about right. Threatening to ruin Jared's career, and it became, in Holly words, an abusive relationship, which Jared friends observed and even staged interventions urging him to get out. That's how bad it was. Apparently, Jared was afraid of her, though, so it took multiple interventions before he agreed. At which point, Heidi lied about being poly and did exactly what she threatened to do. Lie about Jared cheating on her to destroy his career. Ain't that crazy? You go from being a polygamous whore to all of a sudden you a saint. You're only into monogamy because it doesn't benefit you. Because she was all down with it when she was getting slammed. She threw him a bone because she thought that the bone wasn't going to be tasty. It wasn't going to have no meat on it. That shit was a premium fucking drumstick. Bull's head. And she got mad. Holly also mentions that Jared did have nudes from girls, but she has apparently personally seen receipts indicating they were of age and consent. Yeah, so what ended up happening is that this girl, I believe that was married to this guy, right? They were married. Were they married? Probably not married. I don't fucking know anymore. Anyway, probably not married, but she got so mad at him for doing what she wanted. She tried to ruin his entire life. She even was going along with the whole things that he was a pedophile. Yeah, yeah, crazy shit. Hold on, let me one more time. Were they married? Was Pro Jared married to Heidi? To Heidi. They were married. Okay. Was Commander Holly married to Ross? Married. So they both were fucking married. Again, the thing that shocks me the most is that Ross in the end of this was the good guy, right? Apparently, I think once he found out he divorced her or some shit like this, I don't think he was even aware of it, or maybe I don't know what it was exactly, what it like, how the shit played out. But again, this, I believe a lot of people were saying that she cheated on him. She, the asexual girl, cheated on this guy for this guy that this woman told him to do, and they got mad about it. But the moral of the fucking story is, people, if you're gonna get in a relationship, stay in that relationship. For sickness or in health, you're with that person. If you don't want to be in a relationship anymore and you feel horny by somebody else, tell them straight up, listen, I'm getting wet. I want to get fucked. I'm hurt for a squirt. Or you know what? I want another girl to tickle my pickle. We can't be together. It's just that much. It's just that easy. It's just that easy. It's just rip that fucking band-aid off. Because the shitty thing to do would be to sit there and be in a relationship with somebody and cheat on them. Right? Or even worse, we're in a polygamous relationship. Anyway, guys, I'll catch you guys next time. Peace. Crazy. This girl told her husband to fuck with this girl because she thought it wasn't gonna go anywhere. This girl was married but was asexual, but then had a mental breakdown, took a break from the relationship, if you can even do that in a marriage, I guess, but then was getting slammed by her husband, the girl that she told, the man that she told him to go to her. At the end of the day, this girl tried to ruin this guy's entire fucking life because she couldn't control the situation anymore. This girl, apparently, I'm guessing, didn't even tell Ross, her husband, that she was doing what she was doing. At the end of the day, the source of the scourge of all of the evil in the world